Hi and welcome to our tour of the Shuri Castle reconstruction site. The other day we were very fortunate to have Hokama Tetsuhiro sensei, who's a very noted karate historian and Okinawan historian, take us on a tour around the reconstruction site. We decided to come back today to get a bit more footage and take you around step by step. So please come with us and enjoy this tour of the Shuri Castle reconstruction. So we're here at the entrance to the Una. The Una is the area behind here,
Yes.
right? And this is really like kind of the center of
Yeah.
Shurijo, right?
Hoshinmon.
And this was also the area where the fire was. This
Yes.
is where most of the damage happened.
Damage.
And the fire actually started right in the middle in the Seiden. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
こっちがね、弓、刀、みんな、weapon room.
So this building, the one that got burned down, is being reconstructed. This is where
Weapon.
the weapons will be stored.
Medicine. And here medicine.
And
room.
medicines in this side too. I see. Okay. Okay, great. Should we go inside?
Yes, please.
So Sensei, this is the
Hi.
Hoshimon.
Yes.
This is the Hoshimon, which
Hoshimon.
means to worship the gods.
Yes.
The gate is also called the Kimi Hokori
Yeah,
Ujo.
Kimi Hokori Ujo. Another name.
Another name for
Kimi
the same
Hokori
gate.
is a respect.
Respect for their gods.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. So this is the Una, the inner courtyard of Shuri Castle. The Seiden building would have been right there, and off to the north would have been the Hokudem, where Chinese emissaries would reside, and to the south would be Nanden, where the Satsuma would reside. So here within the Una, we can see that the Sen, the tiled forecourt, has largely survived the fire intact. And all these black bags are remnants from the fire that have been collected together, and there's a process of cataloguing that's going on now in an attempt to use as much as possible, reuse the original elements that have survived the fire, particularly of course the red tiles that were on the roofs of all of these buildings.
Momo Urasoe Udon.
So this building,
Urasoe Udon.
the Seiden, is also called the Momo Urusoi Udon.
Udon.
And
Name.
it was right here,
Nickname Shurijo.
Shurijo.
True name Momo Urasoe Udon.
Right. And this was the center of the fire. This burned down completely.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
でこれは1階がこれは下食い、下食い。これ2階がウ食い、3食い。Important second.
So each level of the Seiden had its own name. First level, second level, third level.
Yes, 1, 2, 3 floor. But upstairs is an empty room. This is, now look at air conditioner. Summertime open the window. And the winter time shut door. Then many cold, not cold.
Yes.
This is how it is now. And air conditioner.
It's like an air conditioning system.
Yes,
Right?
and kings stay here. And Osen Mikocha, fire god here. Then kings, top women only. King and top women only.
Okay.
Other not inside.
Right.
Not inside, killing. これはレンと言います。レン。レン。Why little bit こうなってる？Not straight. Why? Talking, easy hearing.
The shape of the ground?
Sit down,
Yeah.
everybody. Straight talking, no, in here, side easy.
Ah, so when people sat down here, they turned to an angle so they could hear the king better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Then
interesting.
go straight was no good to Okinawa.
Right.
This is the Osama no only King Street here.
Right.
Another guy, no swing,
This is the Ukimichi.
Ukimichi.
So the Ukimichi, only the king would go
Kings
up the
only,
Ukimichi,
kings
and everybody else
or-
would sit down and
yes.
listen to him.
Yes, this is rank. Top
see.
guide here.
Right.
Low
so
rank here.
highest ranking at the
Yes.
front, lowest ranking at the back.
Yes.
And now in this space we have all of these black bags, and these contain the tiles that were salvaged
Yes.
from the
Yeah.
buildings that were burned down.
Title name is a Sen.
Sen.
Name is a title Japanese Okinawa Sen.
Sen. I see. So this is the site of the Hokudem, one of the buildings that was completely destroyed during the fire. The Hokudem was the building that originally was built for visiting Chinese emissaries to reside in during their stay in Shuri Castle. What's interesting here is just over on the steps here, you can see some smudges of soot, evidence of the fire that happened. Okay, Sensei, so we're here at the Hokudem, or what remains of the Hokudem.
Yes.
Really only the foundations remain, and we can still see some scorch marks
Yeah.
on the stonework there.
Yeah.
Everything else has been cleared away. But you were saying that what we can see here is the concrete foundations of what remains, and the fact that it was built using kind of modern methods in the last reconstruction
Yes.
caused some people to be unhappy.
Yeah, that this is now the base is we are now is I easy find out.
Right.
If this is before is only wood,
Right.
if no find out very difficult. This is of course and fire is unlucky,
Yes.
but this and here lucky.
So the fire exposed everything that was behind the facade of this building. So this building and the one on the other side, they weren't actually reconstructed in the traditional way. They were built of concrete and the facade was put on
Yes.
to make them look traditional.
Again maybe concrete.
Yes.
Then outside is wood to use
Right.
again.
But it was the Seiden which was built the traditional way, is that
Yes.
correct? Yeah, that was the one that was the wooden building all the way
Yeah,
through.
this is all wood.
Yeah.
There's no iron. Nine. Very
Right.
important. This is not here. Central position, not. You understand?
Right.
Straight?
Yes, it's not straight, it's line.
Little bit
Yes.
here. This is a beautiful. Then inside the devil not come. Devil.
So it was
Yeah.
purposely built at an angle
Yeah. Angle
to
is very
ward
important.
away the evil spirits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very. Yeah.
So where we're stood right now is the Dairyuto? No?
大流とこれはね、
So the
before
giant dragon columns, they used to be right
Yes.
here and here. Yeah.
the history 1509 first time make. Who is make I don't know. Second, Mr. Gibo dragon statue
So they're being remade,
now.
made again in Yonaguni
Yonaguni.
from local stone.
Yes, now.
I see.
Mr. the professor, he's now making
Right.
change. Then, but that one is a 4 meter about.
I see.
4 meters.
So it's going to be taller, bigger.
Yes, Taurus.
So these are the ones.
No, and this is together.
So these were 3 meters.
No, it's together.
Yeah.
Together is 4 meters.
The other's 4 meters.
Yeah, this is
okay.
about 1 meter. isn't
So
it?
including the base.
Yes.
1 meter. Yeah, and we can see the
4
bases down
meter,
here.
4 meter, and 10.
Okay.
True. 4メーター10センチ
I see.
全部ひっくるめて。
So so if we look at this, this is the location of the Great Dragon columns, which is one of the main characteristics of Shuri Castle Seiden.
Yes,
it's made
Seiden.
of fine-grained sandstone sourced from Yonaguni Island.
Yonaguni Island bring to, and before this is establishment, Mr. Nishimura is now making, but this is fire, little damage, now treatment.
So they'll be restored here from Yonaguni.
Yes.
I see. So we're stood now in the area where the Seiden Palace used to occupy. And with the palace burnt down and gone, it's exposed some of the old archaeology which exists from previous constructions of the Shuri Castle. And if you zoom in here, you can see the old walls that date back to much older constructions on this site. The Seiden Shuri Castle was used to be a place where the crown conducted various rituals and politics. According to old records, it is said that the building had been burnt down 4 times since its foundation up to the time of the Battle of Okinawa during World War II. There were 6 bases of stylobate masonry and building tiles from prior periods found in archaeological excavation, which demonstrates supposedly that the Seiden had been rebuilt at least 7 times and the building had been extended westward in each rehabilitation. Here we are at the location of the Ryutomu no Kazari,
Yes.
which is translated as the dragon head cresting.
Yes.
So it says that
Very
the
important.
Ryutomu no Kazari is a decoration of the great dragon made by combining many different kinds of earthenware
Yes.
on the roof of the Seiden,
Yes.
or the as you
Why?
it was the Seiden.
Why?
The dragon head is shaped using mortar containing glass fiber on an iron frame
Yes.
and then
He's
attached.
Mr. Hirata make Hirata Tentsu.
Right.
He made
Right.
Tentsu Hirata. Because why very important? Why purpose is the fire and the, how to say inazuma coming to electric,
So like lightning.
and this is a
So
iron.
the dragon spires catch the lightning, right? They're made
Yes,
of
and
iron.
spark out.
Oh, I see.
No fire.
Because looking here, now looking at what's left from the site, we see this twisted pieces of iron. We see various kinds of bits of debris. And if you just look at it, it just seems to be gomi, just seems to be bits of trash that's been left behind. But if we look closer, for example, these
Yeah, this is
are actually the dragon spires
Coming.
that were survived.
inside no fire.
Right. And then we have some of the blue tile that was came from the dragon as well.
Then we talking before, their right left is together,
Yeah.
and why again to here is no. Then together and down is going to out.
So,
But before, down, this is where here.
yeah.
And again, here, why? Mistake. This is true, is straight, is
So the
this
dragon
is
should be straight.
straight.
So perhaps when they rebuild this, they'll put the dragon straight this time.
Yes, because look right, left, right looking.
Yeah.
Why down is same position? No. Then coming straight face.
So the correct position is the face
Yes.
facing
left
out
side.
down from the castle.
Yes.
Facing into the sides was a mistake last time. I see.
No mistake. Downstairs is a 2 dragon,
Yeah.
4-meter dragon. Is there look to here? No, here.
It should be facing outwards.
Yes. Why? Because here looking now and coming again here. No. Coming here.
I see.
We are ceremony is same. Your temple, marriage, husband, wife is coming. Watch, going to here.
Right.
Watch here? No.
Right.
Watch, look to father, mother.
Yeah.
Come
Then
here.
go down. Yeah.
This is together. Side watch, side looking.
No.
No.
I see.
No. Big mistake.
Okay. So we're here in the center of the reconstruction site now, and during the reconstruction site there's a couple of very interesting buildings that have been put up. This is a gift shop which has a very good DVD display inside of the Shuri Castle history, and actually built on the site of the old women's quarters historically. And if we pan across and have a look over here, they've actually put together a Shurijo VR experience, the Shurijo VR Taiken. So let's take a quick look inside. We can actually see people here enjoying a very high-tech VR experience of the Shurijo reconstruction. Sensei, どう思いますか？こういうものがあれば。
だからね、これね、火事の当日、Fire Day, windy is, this is windy here.
はい。
だからみんなあっち燃えた。
Right, so the wind was
ここは
blowing
燃え
this
てない。
way and everything burned in front.
Windy come here.
Right.
だから very little bit unlucky, but lucky, I don't know.
Right. So
The
this area behind
main-
us didn't get burnt
Yes,
because the wind
this
was
is
blowing
a
this way.
woman house.
Right.
High-ranking women.
Right.
Yeah, and the kings and the wife is
I see.
many women.
So this was the woman's quarters
Yeah.
traditionally.
Yes, and backside shower room and here
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
many make a baby.
So only the king was allowed in here
Yeah,
then.
make a baby.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So the king and
Yeah.
his.
King only. Why?
Yes,
If
brothers.
another guy come, some
Yeah.
very no
Yes,
good,
yes,
then
yes.
only kings
Right.
control.
Right.
About 20, 30 and women only.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to go up to the Agari no Azana, which is the area at the back of the Shurijo site.
Yes, Agari is a higashi. East area is a very nice view area.
It means the eastern area,
Yes.
and it's high as well. It's
Highest,
higher than the rest
yes.
of the castle.
All outside, all looking very nice. Then on the back side of the gate, Hakugin-mon.
Hakugin-mon.
Hakugin-mon is if kings passed away, one day inside.
So the body,
died.
and the king passed away,
Yes.
the body will be kept for one
Yes.
day inside this
Yes.
Hakugin-mon.
Yes. Then very and shut drawer, and the stone door, not wood, stone.
I see. So this would be very heavy then, the stone
This
door.
is no understand. How used to no understand this room.
Really?
Maybe that one is a shower room. Maybe
For,
I
for,
don't
the,
know.
for the queen
Now
and her
mysterious.
attendants. I
Yes.
see.
Then Hakugin-mon is here.
Okay. So this is the Hakugin-mon, and as you said, Sensei, this is an area where the king's body will be interred for a day after he passed
Yes,
away.
and the stone.
And so this door would
door.
be a stone door normally.
Yes,
I see.
before now not.
Right.
Because,
And you were saying that for Okinawan people, going inside here is a little bit uncomfortable.
but this is one day say and
Yeah.
another move.
But you don't feel comfortable going in here because it was where there was dead
Some
bodies?
some guy down. Yeah, some guy cold.
It's interesting, huh?
Very important. This is somebody no inside.
Right.
Don't like.
So this is where the body would be kept? I see.
Yeah. Beautiful location ね。
Wow, look at the view,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
あれね。何？久高アイランド Look to
So we can look over
Yes,
to
yes.
Kudaka over here, the Sashiki down
あっちが
here,
瓶の滝、ベンガ岳。
Bengadake,
Yes.
Kudaka Island,
Yeah.
Sashiki,
はい。
Chinen over
Chinen,
here,
yes.
Ozato,
Yes, all that. Then sunny come. Sunny. 瓶の滝。
弁の滝
Then water many come to Shuri.
Ah, so
Yeah.
this is a source of water for Shuri.
Yes.
I
Oh.
see.
Now house making,
Yeah.
little bit water.
Ah,
Before
right.
too much.
Right,
But
so
central position,
Yeah.
many water.
Ben no Dake is actually the highest point. It's one takai tokoro, isn't
152.
it? Right.
No, this area about same size.
Ah, okay.
This same size.
And as we look here, we can look all around
Yeah.
southern Okinawa.
3,000坪.
Yeah.
3,000坪.
So this whole area, this kind of Shuri castle area, is 30,000
Yeah.
tsubo.
坪。それで、
Okay.
これが、なんていうかな。And mountain top is your Greenwich,
Yes.
Okinawan Greenwich.
Right. So Ben no Dake is like
Yeah.
is like the Greenwich of Okinawa.
Yes,
I
Okinawa.
see.
Then
I see.
and, your house, how made
So everything is measured from
Yes.
Ben no Dake.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
your house 100,
Right.
and this is a major
Right.
is start. Yeah, very important.
I understand. Okay. So here we are at the highest spot of the whole Shuri Castle complex site. This is the Agari no Azana, and from here we have a fine view across the Uchi, the whole area where the reconstruction is happening, and indeed the whole of the castle site, and views across the south of Okinawa, including Naha City.
We are very important China,
Right.
no Japan.
Right.
China.
So the direction of China is very important. So
China is a district.
So we can see now that the whole construction of Shuri Castle was pointing at China.
China. Yes.
Right.
Then Japan is look here.
And Japan's up to the north.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then look here.
I see.
Then then King's stay room is south.
Right.
Understand?
Yes.
Because the south is very nice.
Nice and warm, yeah.
Yes. Then this is a ceremony only でしょ?
Right. So,
だからここ.
so the Seiden, where all the ceremonies were
ceremony.
facing the west,
Yeah.
China,
Yeah.
but the residential areas were all to the south of the
South.
site because it's
South.
warmer and more comfortable.
Yeah, they are
That's
some
interesting.
sleeping,
Yeah.
drinking, talking area, private area here.
I see.
Left side, nothing.
Right. The Uchinambara was the private quarters of the king, located behind the Seiden and back up in the most secure area of the castle site. This area included his bathing quarters for him and for his female attendants. And when we think about the everyday sort of existence of the king, and in fact those famous karate figures that we hear about so often, Matsumoto Sokon, who was bodyguard to 4 kings, then these are the kind of areas where they would be on a daily basis.
ここに泉がある。
Ah,
Left side.
there's a spring.
Yes, spring. あっちに家ができたでしょ。Many house, new house. だから、
So they took all the water. Yeah.
close to no good. 前はいっぱい子供の時溢れてた。魚もいたよ、フィッシュもいたよ。
Oh, really? So one of the things they've done here in order to facilitate the reconstruction is actually create an entirely new gate into the inner castle area. And they've done that on the south side, the quieter side of the castle. So they've built this ramp here, and this is where the construction trucks, etc., are coming in. Possibly also, I don't know if they're going to leave that open, because one of the reasons that they couldn't stop the fire in time was because they couldn't get fire engines into the inside of the site. So I'm wondering whether they're going to keep this access so that in the future fire engines can actually get right into the inner site as well. But take a look at these cave entrances. So it says, behind the stone masonry at the bottom of this precipice are remnants of a cavern-shaped man-made structure called the Gamma. And they've displayed it as they found it. The Gamma appears in an old illustrative map drawn in the early 18th century, but is nowhere to be found in the official records of the Kingdom of Ryukyu. That's very interesting, quite mysterious, isn't it? Its shape is similar to the Urusoi Yodore, the royal mausoleum from the early Kingdom period, which is in Urusoi City. That's the mausoleum which is located right underneath Haxall Ridge in Urusoi-jo Park. And other artifacts unearthed from this site indicate that the gamma was in use from the Gusku era, so around the 15th century, right through to the modern era. So this is really interesting. I don't think I had discovered before. So maybe you hadn't either. But here we are, right in the shadow of the walls. It literally, Shuri Castle towers, the site towers above us. So when we think about the reconstruction of Shuri Castle, it's interesting to note that in fact Shuri Castle has been destroyed and rebuilt many times over the years. And sometimes you can see evidence of the older castle construction and then the reconstruction. For example, here's a great example. We're seeing some of the old fragments of the wall here. You can see that the older masonry technique is used. There's no mortar in between these rocks. And then we can see the newer stonework above. So all this stonework up here is actually very recent. This will be the 20th century reconstruction of the castle up here. So just a really interesting contrast here to see the old and the new elements of a reconstruction.